everyone, welcome back in another video. Today date is 8th of November 2022, and in our today's video we are going to see Java 8 feature. Before going to see Java 8 feature, we have to know why Java can improving feature one by one, because Java is a one of the programming language, and in market there was a different language are also available like Python, C Sharp, or C plus plus are there. Okay, so as compared to Java, initially in 2008 there was uh, Python can grab the 80% of market instead of Java. That means Python can provide a much more visibility and flexibility for a coding. That's why the main customer base should be main user base should be goes toward the Python. That's why Java need to implement and increase the new features. That's why Java can improve their itself by improving the function, adding the functionality and features in their versions. Java will be developed in Java is started at 1991 by James Gosling, and initially it's a part of a Sun microsystem. After that at initial level in 1994, they are creating a micro edition of a Java that called as a Oak. Okay, so that is not as much as we see. It is a only functional application. That means there was a some little bit features are there. That means only writing the code or some run the code. That means the compilation is only present in that version. After that, Java can go to improve itself step by step as per the user requirements. So it get continuously improving from version 1 to till version 14th version. There was up to version 1.7, that up to version 1.7 and 2010 Java is owned by Oracle. Then Oracle can improve their technology in a Java and improving the quality of their services and application. After the 1.7 version, the Java can introduce a Java 1.8 version in 2014. That is the huge change in a Java, because they are providing much more better functionality and feasibility for a coding. That's why that customer base, that user base is go towards in another language, it's come back again towards the Java because of only Java 8 version. So Java can provide the much more feasible functions like they provide us a stream API, datetime API, then functional interface, then static and default methods, then our for each method. Like these functional functions are given by a Java 8, introduced in a Java 8 feature. We can see all those functions one by one. Some of this. The first one is a stream API. Uh, in Java, before stream API, we are using a collection in Java. In Java, we are using a collection API before the up to 1.7 version. In collection API, we only store the data in the other form. But after the Java 1.7 version, we are able to store data in the form of a binary, that is 1 0 in binary language. And in 1.8 version, there was a stream API. That stream API we are using in a huge or bulk data or bulk project. That time we using a stream API. After that, the next one is the datetime API, and the datetime API is functional as per the requirement date and time that we can implementing directly this API as per the use. The next one is our functional interface. As we know, there are different interfaces are there, like a default interface, functional interface, and marker interface. So what is the main difference between those? These are like at initially we can see the normal interface. in normal interface there was a multiple methods. That means the number of methods can introduced in normal interface, and those method can implemented in a class. Within that class extending that class can implementing that interface. So that methods which are introducing in that interface can implementing in a class. That is the multiple method. The interface having multiple methods, we can call that class as a normal. Sorry, we can call that interface as a normal interface. After that, the functional interface. That interface is introduced in Java 8 version. Functional interface is unique because in a functional interface there was only one or only single method is there. That means we can write only one method in our functional interface, and that functional interface is called by using a lambda expression. So what is lambda expression? We can discuss after some time. So that is our functional interface, that which are containing only one method. And the third one is the marker interface. Marker interface means that that interface does not contain any method. There is a zero methods. That means we are using that marker interface for some special purpose. Okay, so that in a marker interface there was containing their library. Within that library there was a predefined methods are also there, like clone. So this method can be accessible by using a marker interface. Now we go towards the next feature, that is the lambda expression. So lambda expression means lambda expression is a anonymous. Anonymous means they does not that mean within that expression, lambda expression, we no need for a method for a, like there is no access modifier, no return type, or there is a no need to write the name of the method. All those things are eliminated. Instead of that writing any method, we can using a lambda expression. By using lambda expression, we reduce the line of code. Okay, we can perform lambda expression only within the inner class. That means suppose there was a main class, there is a one class as a class A. That class A containing a main method. We have to write the new class within that class as a class B, and only within that B class we can write a direct lambda expression. So that B class can implement the functional interface. As we discussed, the functional interface means that interface containing only one method, that our class B can implement the our functional interface. Suppose in our functional interface we are writing write a one method for a calculate. So that method is written in our functional interface. There is only single method present in that interface. So in our inner class we have to write a lambda expression, like we have to only write that name of the interface, that is the B. We can write as B or BJ, and then parenthesis. Within that parenthesis, if you have to pass the parameter, we can pass the parameter from interface. And after that, there is a lambda expression symbol, that is the hyphen and right arrow. After that, there is a curly braces, that is the body. Within that body, we can able to write a business logic. And after that curly braces, there is a semicolon. So that is the reduction of line which happen by using a lambda expression. So there is no need to create an object, or there is no need to call the any object call the any method by using object. So in our previous versions we have to create a object, like class B is equal to obj, class B obj is equal to new class B, and then parenthesis. So this line is eliminated by using a lambda expression, but the only condition is there, we have to use a functional interface only for it. We can use a lambda expression. Okay, so that is the main function of using a lambda expression, that reduce the LOC. After that, our Java 8 can include one more important feature, that is the as we know, before the version of 1.8 we are transferring parameters within a parenthesis. That means there is one method, and that method we can pass the only the our parameters, like int, string, the values. We only pass that only values. So after that Java 8 version, we can able to pass the function. Okay, so suppose there is a one class, and within class C, and within that class C there is a method for a demo. There is a one method is a demo. If then we are able to pass the function from their method. So in another class we can directly pass that function, function from their parameters. So we can directly write any method. We can write a method, suppose find the value method, and within that parenthesis we directly call that function from their parameters. Okay, so that feature is included in Java 8. Before Java 8, there was not any availability to transfer a function from the argument, within the argument. After that, the one more feature of Java 8 is a for each method, or you can call it as a for each loop. We are using a for each loop instead of using a for loop. As we know, the for loop containing a three sections, like a after the for there is a parenthesis and the curly braces are there. Within that curly braces body we are writing our logic, and then within the our that parenthesis we write a we pass the some values, like we initialize the value like int I is equal to 0. That means we are starting our loop from a 0 value or 0 index. Then next one is the length or size of that array, or traveling length for the that for loop, that is I is less than a dot length. Suppose there is a array, then we have to pass the increment or decrement, that is suppose I plus I plus plus, so that is increment by 1 by 1. Then we are using in Java 8, they provide us a for each loop. So for each loop, no need to write all those things. Within a for each loop, we only have to write for each, then parenthesis, then we have to give the data type as int I, then double colon, and then double colon, we have to write the name of that array, that is A. You see the difference? For our regular loop, for loop, we have to write at least 4 lines, 4 line of code. But in our functional interface, we can write it is only within the 2 lines. So that is the reducing of LOC, and then the similar work can done by the for each loop. It also it also start the indexing from 0 and go to up to the end of that length of array, and it get the increment 1 by 1, that is our I plus plus or a plus plus increment, that achieved by the using a for each loop. So these are the some features which are introduced in Java 8 version. This is overall about Java 8. Thank you.